It's Sunday, September the 25th. It's time for the Parish Noticeboard. Let's see what I've got for you this week. Sun's in my eyes here, but hopefully I'll be able to manage this with it because it's a bit awkward. I kind of need to be here because the camera's pointing at this, which is the Guess Where I Am location this week. Where do you think this is? I've done some easy ones just lately, ones that a lot of people have got. If you get this one, I swear you are the Don, because I imagine not many people know what this is and where it is. Where do you think this is? You're looking at an old railway viaduct, definitely not in use because this end of it here, there's a massive gap at the end of it where the line would have gone across. So where do you think this is, guys? Answers down below if you think you know. And so last week's answer, like I said, this was a very easy one, like there have been just lately. I was in Otley and I was on top of the Chevin, the big hill that overlooks the town. A lot of people got that. I expected you to get that. A few people even managed to identify whereabouts on the Chevin I was. I was at Surprise View car park, which a lot of people think is the highest point on the hill. It's actually not. That's Beacon Hill. Surprise View is a little bit lower in terms of elevation, but it's certainly the best place to park and get a view over the town of Otley. So well done if you got that. That's a bit more challenging. Damage control's quite easy this week. There's nothing to tell you, nothing to report, which is a good thing. The more that happens, the more confident I feel doing this. So yeah, nothing for damage control this week. So this year is drawing to a close soon. Whoops, my GoPro's slipping. There we go, try that. So this year is drawing to a close. We're in September now, nearly in October, and there's only a few months left before we can say it's 2023, which means I'm looking forward to 2023 already and planning what I'm doing. Now, one thing I sort of mentioned in passing a few times before, not really with any seriousness, was how I'd like to have at least one video in every county by the end of 2023, and I think it's doable. I mean, like I said, I've said it in passing before, but not really given it any serious thought. Well, earlier this week I did give it some serious thought and looked at the counties that I've been to and the ones I still haven't, and there's not that many that I haven't actually touched. And of course there will be a few more this year, which you'll see Northumberland before this year's out, you'll see Leicestershire, that's coming soon, Northamptonshire, obviously I went there last year, but even so, that's coming as well later this year. You'll see Staffordshire early next year too. And it doesn't leave that many counties. I'll bring up the list of counties. There are 48 in England. 2 of them don't have any parishes at all. The other 46 do. Here's the list. The ones that are marked in red are the ones that I haven't yet featured on the channel. And as you can see, there's not very many of them. So I think it's doable. It just needs a bit of planning. And hopefully, by the end of 2023, all 46 of those counties will have at least one video. That's the aim. That's one of the aims I've got for next year. So yeah, that's something I'm looking at building towards by Christmas 2023. So in last week's notice board, folks, we said we'd have a price for you for the TVI calendars. We haven't managed to get one yet because the idea was to watch the Queen's funeral and at the same time go online and actually work out the price of these things and actually order some. But we kind of got a little bit too much into the funeral. We watched it from start to finish, as I'm sure a lot of you did. And by 5 o'clock we just didn't have any time to sort out a price for these calendars. So that's going to have to be a job for next week, and hopefully by the end of next week we'll have a price for them. Yeah, even the best laid plans don't go to plan sometimes, do they? But it was certainly a poignant day, that, wasn't it, the Queen's funeral. Share your experiences below. I mean, like I said, we watched it from start to finish, and it was just probably one of the biggest spectacles in British TV that we've seen in living memory. I mean, those of you who were around to remember the coronation, I'm sure that was quite a thing, but I think this probably topped it in terms of spectacle anyway. Obviously it's not a very nice thing, it's a funeral, but yeah, definitely the greatest thing we will see on telly in our lifetime, surely. Queen's funeral. It was just magnificent from start to finish, meticulously planned, and props to those bearers, the bearer party, the eight lads who carried the Queen's coffin. Apparently that coffin, don't know whether you know this, weighed 500 pounds because of its lead lining. That's a lot of weight, even when there's 8 of you. So one last look at this viaduct bridge, railway bridge, before I head back to the car to move on to film another episode this morning. There you go. Okay, so all I've got left to tell you about is the coming week. Now, this week we're going up to Northumberland. This is the New Biggin by the Sea trip, which was organised a long time ago. And we're doing 5 while we're up there. It's going to be myself and Nikki. We're taking a hire car as well, so the Punto is getting a break for a while. It'll be sat on the drive for a week, having a nice well-earned rest while I'm out in a hire car exploring the delights of Northumberland. And up there we will be doing New Biggin by the Sea, Cresswell, Widdrington Village, Lynmouth and Holy Island, and they will come out towards the end of the year. 4 of them will be out on Sundays. There's one which will be out on a different day, but I'll talk to you about that in a future Parish Notice Board episode. For now, this has been the Parish Notice Board on Sunday, September the 25th, and I've been Andy, also known as the Village Idiot, and I'm out.